Have you ever find yourself in a situation where you're looking for answers and the answers is just not coming to you? You don't know exactly what to expect next, but at the same time, you don't want to not action what you're supposed to do. Have you ever found yourself in a space where you have so much fear of the unknown that you try to control your reality because you feel like if you're not going to take actions, your dreams and your manifestations will not come true? And sometimes we get so caught up because when we do the work and we don't see the results of the work that we put in, we tend to look for quick exits or quick fixes or just a quick fix to solve the situation that you're currently finding yourself in. That is because we try to control the reality. We try to have the answers within the next split second. And I'm speaking out of experience because normally when we find ourselves in a situation and a scenario that's completely stressful, that we don't know where we are going, we want to know where we are going. But what I've learned is that sometimes we're not supposed to know the answers. Sometimes we're not supposed to know what is coming next, because if you've done the work that God has asked you to do, if you've done the healing, if you've done everything that you possibly can, and you give everything to God and just tell God, okay, now is the time for you to take control, we will not know the answers because we have given God the upper hand. We have given God the confirmation to just take over and do what He is supposed to do, right? And when we allow our higher self to guide us, we have to get out of the way. And that is the most difficult thing sometimes, because when our higher self is guiding us, we don't know where it's guiding us to, but we should have that faith that it is guiding us somewhere. Because what I've learned is that our brain's main function is to just act out what is being given to us. And I'm speaking to someone, and I'm speaking to people who will only understand this on the spiritual level. If you've not done the work, if you have not become one or in contact with God or your higher self, you will have no idea what I'm talking about. So this is not for you. If you're not on that spiritual journey yet, if you have not reached that level in your spiritual journey yet, then this message will not make sense for you. But if you have come to the point where you give your higher self the full access and God the full access to basically guide you in this 3D reality that we currently find ourselves in, we need to understand that our brains will not know the answers. Our brains will not know what is coming next. It's like playing a video game, and the only thing that the video game character can see is that the world that is, or the playing section or playing ground that is visible to the character on the screen. And sometimes we have to be the character and the player within this life. And if you are the player in this life, right, it's when you allow your higher self to play the game for you, and the only thing that you have to do is you have to get that information, and you have to get that downloads and intuitive guidance and just follow it. But the thing that is the most difficult part about it is we have been installed on earth to be the character on the screen. We have been installed to basically live life based on other people's rules. But the moment when you start playing by your own rules, the game of life is going to be very different, and it's going to be very difficult because your higher self and God is in control. And again, this is what's making it so difficult, because you don't know where the fuck you're going next. And the only way for you to get out of this is to get out of your own mind. Sometimes we try to make the best suitable um, choice. When we are presented with a problem, we try to fix the problem immediately. And what I've learned is that if you do live life like that, you end up making you end up making the wrong choices, because of the fact that you just want to fix your problem at hand as soon as possible. So this is when you try to take control over the choices that your higher self is guiding you. Like, say for example, right? Say for example, you want to have your dream house, and you tell God, okay, you know what? I cannot find my dream house. I cannot find my dream partner. You take control, right? And then you wake up after 1 month of giving God, your higher self, the obligation and the task to find you your dream home, or to find you your dream husband. You wake up one day and you realize that your dream home and your dream husband or your dream partner is not in front of you yet. Then you will start going the shortcut, and you will go for the best available option, or you will take the shortcut and start dating the first person that is interested in you. And because you are so hasty to just fix your problem, or just to fix your desire, you end up making the wrong choices, because of the fact that you are operating out of fear. And if you make a conscious decision out of a conscious state of fear, you will attract a situation based out of fear. Like, say for instance, you are attracting, or you are making a conscious decision out of buying the first cheapest house available, when you realize, like, when you buy the house would be completely shit, like everything will be breaking inside of the house. Or you decide to go date the first available person that is interested in you, you will find problems after 2-3 months, because that frequency that you made the choice on is not in alignment with your higher self. We need to understand that sometimes things take a very long time in order for us to learn certain lessons and to release certain things within ourselves, in order to grow and to become the best version of ourselves, to attract the best things. Now, this also goes, like, say for instance, you have done the work, you have done all of the spiritual healing, you have done everything within your power. The only thing that you have to do is, like, you have to relax, and you have to wait for things to come to you. And that is the most difficult part, because we as humans, we are so in a rush for things to just show up immediately. We want to have things as soon as possible, but the best things take time. The best things are not available for you from jump. This is why we have to get into that mindset and that mind space of becoming the version, and to remain on that frequency, to attract and to bring in the things that your higher self is ready to give you. Because the thing is, right, you have to trust your higher self, you have to trust God, because at the end of the day, your higher self is you. Your higher self is you. This fear-based mentality you is the old you. And if you're going to continuously making decision based out of fear and based out of the old you, you're going to consistently and continuously attract the cycles and keep certain cycles open that is actually meant to be closed. So just allow yourself, like, especially when you find yourself in a state where you are fearing, or you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, like, really be in the moment, meditate yourself. It's very difficult to balance out your mind and to consistently stay in a high level frequency, especially when things are not working out for you. But you really have to be strong. Sometimes, in life, when we are presented with choices, you really have to make a choice based on how it's going to benefit you in the long run. 10 on the clock. Like, you really have to make choices as to how it's going to benefit you in the long run. Like, again, I'm going to take the housing analogy, right? And or the partner analogy. If you're going to take the first available house, or you're going to take the first available person that are interested in you, how is this person is going to benefit you? You know what I mean? How is this person going to benefit you? How is this house going to benefit you? Are they going to cure your temporary desire? Is it going to cure your desire that you're looking for right now? It's the same as having a craving. Say, for instance, you have a craving for chocolate, but you don't have money right now. And now you go to your parents or to your friends and you borrow money from them to buy you chocolate, and you buy the chocolate, and your cure is fixed, or your craving is fixed now. But then you still sit with the problem as to you're owing your friend money, or you're owing your parents money because you had a craving. So this is why we have to like really overlook our needs that we currently have right now, and we have to adapt that long-term mentality. Because like, if you can withhold your craving for chocolate, you could actually save so much money. Then you don't have to pay back someone at the end of the month because of the fact that you had a fucking chocolate craving. You know what I mean? So that is the same when it comes to trusting your higher self, trusting that things will basically work out for you the way that it should. But you're not supposed to like know everything from jump. Like, you should allow yourself to attract the answers that you are looking for, instead of taking matters in your own hand and just trying to fix the problem at hand. Because at the end of the day, right, whatever our thoughts are, it's not going to play out. We have so many thoughts per day, and if we're going to linger on the problem, we're going to attract more problems. So instead of like just asking yourself, how can I fix this immediately, ask yourself, like, is this really something that's going to hinder you in the long run, or can you wait a little bit longer? Because if you can wait a little bit longer, I can definitely promise you that the rewards would be much more fruitful. It's going to be much more happier. You don't have to fight, you don't have to chase, because like, whatever you give God and your higher self, you have to be patient, because this is how powerful it is. Things will come to you, and when things come to you, it's meant to stay. But the moment when you're going to chase after shit, that's when things are not going to stay. This is how you're going to chase things away from you, and this is how you're going to make the wrong choices that's not even going to benefit you in the long run. So yeah, get out of your mind, weigh out your options before making a decision. Understand, like, try to understand, like, if this is really what you want right now, and what you want to have in the long run. Because if you shit that you want right now is not in correlation with what you want in the long run, there's no point into running and fixing your problem immediately, because it's the same as hurting yourself very badly and you require stitches, but you just want to fix the problem right now. So instead of getting stitches, you just take a band-aid. In the long run, that shit is going to rot, right? So you have to do things that is really going to benefit you in the long run, which is getting stitches. So yeah, that's basically all that I want to say. Sometimes we don't need to know all of the answers. Sometimes we just have to allow things to get to us, and that's really the most difficult part. But believe that everything is in order, everything is in place, everything will work out perfectly without you having to stress and have the answers immediately. Let go of control and allow the things to play out smoothly, because at the end of the day, God is our sugar daddy, bro. Like, he literally wants to surprise us, but how can he surprise us when we try to control his actions? How can he surprise us when we try to fix things? How can he surprise us when we try to do his job? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all that I wanted to say. Let your higher self do their job. Let God do his job, and really think about what's best for you in the long run, because only God knows what's best for you in the long run, and allow him to do his job. So that's literally all that I wanted to say. I want to apologize for the bad lightning. I am shiny though. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I do wish you guys a beautiful remainder of your day. Be safe, stay blessed, stay abundant, and just stay patient. So voila, thank you so much for liking, for subscribing. I do appreciate it, and I do wish you all a beautiful remainder of your day. Bye.